Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I do readings for Pisces. 2 a day, every day. So I felt the need or compelled to pull another card today from my own personal deck, and the Star in Reverse came through. This is concerning how things affected you in your past. The Knight of Pentacles says trust the path, but the Knight of Pentacles also can be a very slow-moving light towards their destination. But you're still moving towards destination. He's the slowest of all knights. But because he's a Pentacle Knight, he does move with deliberateness and definitely going in the right direction. You have the Page of Cups as well here that says, I am as young as I choose to feel. For me, the Page of Cups is the internal child and the beautiful Pisces that you've always were meant to be, that maybe you were at one point or maybe never. Some of us come here and there's a lot going on when we get here, right? So the Star in Reverse is almost telling me that being yourself has been put on hold. Reaching your goals has been put on hold. And that's something of the past. Not what is now, but the past. So we're going to look how that's affecting you right now, Pisces. I'm going to pull from the decks that I have been this week. I'm going to put this aside. And we're going to take a look at this Knight of Pentacles and what he has to say. I've been pulling from the Spirit Junkie. So we're just going to pull from that. I hope you're doing well, Pisces. For myself, I do a little better every single day. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Okay, so it might be relationships as well in the past that have been causing okay, so I decided to pull 2 today. Why? Because I just felt the need to do it. I mean, this is about your body and this is about your emotions. I feel that they're talking about not been compromised. But I speak about this a lot, Pisces. If you are an empathic Pisces, such as I have been, you put a lot of other people's needs and wants ahead of yours. It's just something that we do. We want to see the people we love happy. And if they're parents, we forgive them a lot. So, but I feel that it's time for you to cherish your emotions and your body, to take care of the physical body that you are in, and to take care of the relationships that you are fostering, okay? That there's got to be a give and take here for you to continue on. So that may be quite a shift. I know at one point in my life, Pisces, I had to really look at every single relationship. And even now, I'm taking a look at my relationship with my body. I've recently thanked my body because I've not, well, I can't say I've not neglected it, but I neglected it a lot in my life as in taking it for granted that it's just there and functioning. But our bodies are great, great cellular components that heal themselves constantly. They're always trying to fight off the bad and make us live a best life. And we're not always very cooperative with them, right? We're not always helping them do that. So recently I have been really praising my body and every cell. So I think this is the same thing, right? You have to trust now and go slowly forward in building that good stuff, the stuff that's going to last, because the Knight is all about the stuff that's going to last. He's about the the loyalty, the progress, and the dependable growth that you are going forward in. All right, so I'm going to put, I'm going to take the Star Tarot. Have you been enjoying the Star Tarot this week? I hope so. I know I don't take it out enough, but it's because it has such a big box, but I found such a wonderful bag for it, so I will be able to see it a lot more often. Look how nice. This match is so cute, right? So hopefully you get to see it a lot more than before. Let me shuffle this. Let's see. Knight of Cups. Seven of Swords. Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's all about others, Pisces, is what I'm feeling. Yeah. Knight of Wands. Look at this. Look at all the other knights coming out. This is indicating to me that it's maybe not, this has been an ongoing learning thing, first of all, with all the knights, because pages and knights, they're younger energies, right? So I'm feeling that this may have been learning curves, learning lessons. The Knight of Cup, the very emotional knight, the one that's grand gestures, right? But also has got the big, big cup and, you know, always willing to give. And then I always see him as somebody who's like having a hard time to control his emotions. He's my Casanova in the deck. You know, sometimes he's a destructive knight as well because he falls in love quickly and falls out of love as equally quickly. It's almost like a disillusionment because when somebody lets you down, you suddenly like, oh, they're not what I wanted, right? So they're in love with love, but they're also that emotional roller coaster ride of when you were young, you're I won't say just young. I know there's some people who just go through this emotional roller coaster ride. To me, it's a card that has to be tempered because it is something that can be so passionate and wonderful, but also so destructive when it flips over. So I feel that you, in this case, this card is showing that you've put your emotions, you've given the cup over and over again to certain situations and people and things. And the disillusionment is that you've lost sight of who you are. This card has become the lost sight. You're very beautiful, but somehow the reflection is not showing it to you. You've lost it. How? You have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is about fulfillment of blessings, emphasizing on home and family. But in this case, I feel it's like the obstacles is that you have been emphasizing on home and family. It isn't the Nine of Cups, it's the 10. It's, again, putting others in front of who you are. Because right now, I know the Ten of Cups is a very positive card, but in the picture of things, right? In the rainbow, you're trying to keep the rainbow, the happiness, with everybody around you, which is good for everybody. But the point is here is, has it been good for you? Okay? You have the Knight of Wands coming in, and this Knight of Wands feels like breaking through this obstacles. Okay? You see it almost seems like the fire's burning through to the great bird of flight, of freedom, letting you finally understand that it's a balance of things that makes you fulfilled and happy, right? Progress needs to be done at the core level. We're taught very young we're taught by parents that we should always be kind and good to others. But I think the failing here is, especially for certain generations, is that we gave and gave. It's like we gave and gave at the office, right? And we didn't save and save. So, yeah, it's not about all one way of being selfish, of being me, but it's not about give, give, give. We have generation gaps right now of people who are me, and the others are give, give, give. And it created an imbalance that's very unnerving and sort of annoying too right now. Because nobody can meet each other in the middle, right? Nobody can understand point of views, right? And look, the Temperance card coming in reverse. Just showing exactly what I'm talking about. There's been this imbalance. There's no balance, right? So, yeah. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, right? And I feel that that's saying that you're missing key resources. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful queen. She's very grounded, and maybe that's been missing. It's been missing to get to your Ten of Pentacles, your wealth, right? It's so weird because you have the two tens present in your reading, but somehow it's still creating obstacles for you, right? You have everything that you could possibly want on a grand scale, but somehow the balance has been tipped, that it's not necessarily for others, but for you has caused a great imbalance. Now again, Pisces, if you've just joined and you've clicked at this point, we're talking about your past. We're not talking about right now. You have gone through great lengths to fix this, okay? To put it right, to get balance back. Right, the Six of Pentacles, your personal balance. This is my personal card for personal balance. Right, and the Judgment. These are perfect. The Judgment for me is you're accountable for your choices. So now that you're fixing your choices, the time of reckoning came, right? The time of review. You've awakened and decided, okay, this is time for me to resolve these issues from the past, to forgive yourself and others, to review, to change, and then release what doesn't fit, so that you can get your sense of balance back. One last card, please. And the Ace of Swords comes out. All right, so breakthrough and clarity. Now let's expand this, Pisces, to make sure we see all of that. Okay? You want to make sure that this becomes really clear. And again, I'm not saying that the happiness of the many are less important. I'm just trying to tell you that the happiness of self is equally as important. Okay, so we want to bring balance to this. We don't want to be swinging the pendulum all the other way, because that makes you selfish and uncaring to everybody else. So, but you don't want to be caring and putting everybody else ahead of you either. You want to find the balance between the two. All of this is no balance to personal balance to breakthrough. So it's really just trying to, I don't know, put these things back into perspective for you. no doubt about it, you're able to do it. Okay, today is the Aries. And if anything, this fire energy right at the end that's coming in is going to help you refocus. Maybe this rebirth, this second moon in Aries with Pluto coming, you know, mixing up with the whole thing is, I don't know, it's a way for you to really take the blinders off and refocus maybe with the new self that you've been building, to make sure that you're still not falling into these traps of trying to nurture everybody, right? You have nothing left here. This is what I feel. It's like, my blessings, but your blessings. My abundance, but your abundance. And then this Queen of Resources is in reverse going, I'm all out. I'm tapped out. I don't have anything left for me. Time to take the Judgment card out and see, again, that review to refocus. It's time to do it, Pisces. Okay? It's time for you to understand, not where you've gone wrong, but where you can adjust. Where you can adjust. Don't get yourself lost again. And remember that this overabundance of giving, you're going to end up taking away. Okay? So now this becomes really clear. This prince that gives and gives and gives and then is going, no, I've had enough, and takes away. So it's causing like that imbalance of too much one way or too much the other emotionally. So you've got to rebalance this so you never feel depleted. So when you do give, you have plenty to give because you've already taken care of yourself. Okay? You've been developing healthy, loving relationships, and you've been taking care of your body. We forget that sometimes. We do forget that. Remember, you're important too. Okay? I think that's the big message. You're important too, Pisces. Remember that. All right. So we're going to come back later and we're going to do the Page of Cups. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. If you have, please make sure to subscribe before you take off. Hit that notification bell to all. I also have a website that will notify you. It's in the description box. It's a lot more dependable than the YouTube algorithm. And I will just send you an email every day, every time I post, and it'll pop up in your inbox and you'll know that I'm here. And hopefully it will never fail. It has been doing pretty good so far. Thank you so much for being here. Love, light, and blessings. And I will see you later, Pisces. Take care.